Sometimes we have a tendency to think of human tragedy merely in terms of numerical statistics, and reporters are probably among the worst offenders. Ship hits bridge, 35 people killed. If that is the way the story was told to us, then that's how we'll remember it. Now, granted, today we know the name of the bridge, and we know the name of the ship that hit it, and we may even know the name of the harbor pilot who was on the bridge of the ship when it hit the bridge. But how many of us can name just one of the people who died that day? I can, but only one, and only because I knew him. He was the driver of the Greyhound bus that went off the bridge. His name was Michael J. Curtin. He was 43 years old. Now, I didn't think of Mike as a bus driver. In fact, I didn't even know he was a bus driver. I knew he worked for Greyhound. But I thought of him and knew him as the artist and writer who lived down the road. This is one of Mike's paintings, one of many, but this is the one he did of my boat for me. No charge, just as a favor to a friend. That's all the reason he needed for much of what he did. Mike painted people and he painted places, many of them probably inspired by the people he met and places he went on his bus. He did a lot besides drive a bus. What is so regrettable is what he didn't do. What was left undone when he plummeted into that void left by the Summit venture, and the void that is now left in the lives of his loved ones.
He was a very talented person. He had a lot to offer, really a lot to offer. And it's just a shame because he was just getting in the prime of his life. All his life he wanted to be a writer. He always wrote. When he'd come home from work, either he'd be painting. If he wasn't painting, he'd be writing. He was always busy, and he always was a perfectionist. He said he's been put on the earth for a reason, and he always strove to do the best he possibly could do. Anything he did, it always was the best. He was such a beautiful person, and I really miss him.
I'd like to thank Judy Curtin for sharing some of her memories and some of Mike's paintings with us, and these words that he wrote on the topics of time and fate. Fate is a governing force unexplainable, unknown, and relentlessly unpredictable. It is made by man. Time is a silence which we neither hear coming or going. It is like smoke, invisible and without description, and for hours we sit watching it ebb away from between the firm fingers of our mind's grasp. Mike Curtin, and he was but one of 35 people who died that day.